Hi, this is Modern Renaissance Man, with a reaction video that someone mentioned that I should check out. This is a video from the channel TYT. The show is The Damage Report. So let's get into it, shall we?
Hi Charlie, I'm Addie and I'm 14. I'm a freshman in high school, and I was wondering, as someone who has a different opinion on college, what would you say the pros and cons are? Because I'm interested in political journalism, and what would your advice be?
Yes, so let me also speak to some of the young ladies here in high school where who's here where your top priority is get married and have kids? Raise your hand. Okay. Interestingly, I think there is an argument to bring back the MRS degree. And no, seriously.
Okay, for those that don't know this. And it is a slang term, now considered outdated, used to describe the idea of a woman attending college or university with the primary goal of finding a husband rather than pursuing academic or career goals. It implies that her primary motivation is to change her status from Miss to Mrs. Okay, and this is wrong. Why? Let's hear what the host of the show says.
Now, for those of you who don't know what an MRS degree is, and for those of you who made it this far in the video after you heard Charlie say, let me talk to the young ladies in the audience, and didn't just throw up in their mouths, here is an MRS degree as defined by Wikipedia, which actually had the best one. An MRS degree, or MRS degree, is a slang term in North American English for when a young woman attends college or university with the intention of finding a potential spouse as opposed to pursuing academic achievement for a future career. And there are memes. There's a starter pack subreddit had this starter pack just so you get an idea of the general imagery around this. You meet your husband freshman year, then every social media pic is like you and your kids, blah, blah, blah. This life looks awesome. I don't want to say that this life is horrible, but Charlie Kirk wants to say that if you didn't raise your hand when he asked whose main priority is to have a baby and a husband, he wants you to think that anyone who didn't raise their hand is horrible. Anyways, he continues to answer the question. Take a look.
Okay, that's not what he said. Don't do that. Charlie Kirk only asks the audience if they want their top priorities, and he continued to say the top priorities are to be married and have children. What's so wrong with that?
If you have the intent to find a husband at Ole Miss, it's just gonna happen, okay? And by the way, we should bring back the celebration of the MRS degree, which is, no, serious. I mean, if you think about it, I say college is a scam, but if you're gonna find your life partner, that's actually a really good reason to go to college. You have a bunch of people that are single, they're at the prime of their, let's just say attractiveness. The dating pool is as robust as you'll ever find, and they all live together over a 4-year period. You don't get much better than that, okay? It doesn't get better after college there. And so, yeah, you could go learn some stuff. That's fine, I guess, or whatever. Just don't listen to your professors. But, that actually was the reason why a lot of women went to college in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it worked for a lot. Marriage rates have plummeted since then.
So facts don't lie. According to the US Census Bureau, marriage rates for women have declined since the 1950s, if you can read the chart.
What if I told you you can go to college if you want to and do whatever you want with the opportunities college affords? This is what I don't like about, for all the talk that Charlie Kirk and company do about how horrible it is to indoctrinate children, they sure do a lot of indoctrinating children. In fact, Charlie Kirk's entire existence, the reason you know his name is because his job, he has been paid. Brinks trucks full of cash have backed up and Scrooge McDuck style filled vaults for him to swim in over his largely failure of a career for decades. Before you knew what his name was, me in the business, I had to see promoted videos from Charlie Kirk that only got views because it was paid for by the Kochs to get women not to follow a career, so that those guys could blah, 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 get tax breaks. Yeah. I am for freedom. Charlie Kirk is not for freedom. He thinks that if you, my argument is, if you want to go to college and find a husband, go to college and find a husband. If you don't want to go to college, not find a husband, don't go to college. Don't find a husband. I don't care. If you want to go to college and you want to pursue some kind of academic betterment for yourself, if you want to start a business, if you want to be like a boss girl, a lady boss or whatever, I'm the one telling you you can do that. He's the one telling you you can't, right?
Yeah.
And this proves he's a propagandist, and I'll be honest. He's a propagandist, so he's only telling you things so he will change your mind. I am telling you things so you can make up your mind. That's the difference. Find people who can help you get enough information so you can make up your mind. And I'll prove it. I'll prove that I'm honest and he's false. He's telling you you're gonna be miserable one way and happy the other. I'm the only one who tells you it is utterly possible to be equally miserable as a housewife as it is to be a CEO. Both of those can end in misery, but both of those can end in happiness. And I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna make you happy. You tell you what's gonna make you happy. So you go to college. If you wanna go to college, do whatever you want, however you wanna do it, because it's America, Jack, and not this weird goose-stepping fascist state that he's trying to trad wife you into, period.
I think you're missing the point. Brother man, Mr. Kirk is telling facts, where is the grooming of it? He is giving option A and option B, and why are you so angry, brother? Calm down, the only grooming is your side.
Period.
100%. Yeah, it's just like I would prefer to not have to think about him at all. I think that all of us are better off the less we are inflicted with either him or the other people just like him that have also been raised up by the Kochs and other right-wing billionaires exactly the same. Ben Shapiro, all of them. But you look like you have to jump in and say something. What's up?
Well, he's telling a 14-year-old girl when and how to.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is gross. The whole thing makes me feel very, very gross. First of all, that there are 14-year-old girls whose, I guess, parents are letting them go to Charlie Kirk events because those parents want her to be propagandized to. They want the scope of her potential and her hopes to just shrink down.
Narrow. Don't threaten your husband. Make him a sandwich.
Yeah, no, just be good and be quiet. Shut up. Oh yeah, you'll go learn something, I guess. Don't listen to your professors, people with like topical expertise in these areas. Don't listen to them, because if you listen to them, if you learn stuff, you might find my BS less persuasive. And by the way, she is a 14-year-old girl that apparently likes Charlie Kirk, okay? She's, I guess, conservative, I suppose. And she says, I want to go into political journalism. And
Whoa, guys, when did Charlie Kirk say anything about a CX? Did I miss anything? Some people hear what they want to hear.
They want the scope of her potential and her hopes to just shrink down.
Narrow. Don't threaten your husband. Make him a sandwich.
Yeah, no, just be good and be quiet. Shut up. Oh yeah, you'll go learn something, I guess. Don't listen to your professors, people with like topical expertise in these areas. Don't listen to them, because if you listen to them, if you learn stuff, you might find my BS less persuasive.
Yes, you're telling BS.
And by the way, she is a 14-year-old girl that apparently likes Charlie Kirk, okay? She's, I guess, conservative, I suppose. And she says, I want to go into political journalism. And his answer is, no, you don't. Go raise some babies.
Okay, where did he say that? Tell me, my friend. It looks like you're telling your viewers what you want them to hear. And that's not ethical journalistic integrity.
So, like, he would imply that journalism is too filled with liberals. It's, oh God, all these propagandas, we need balance. No, not I guess if it's a woman. He doesn't care. That's not the most important thing. You should only be caring about getting married and having kids. And by the way, getting married and having kids can be great if that's what you want. Yeah. Having Raina is the best thing that's ever happened in my life. But has he ever addressed a room full of men and said, how many of you, your highest aspiration is getting married and having a kid? Because he wouldn't do that. Because he considers men to be full humans, deserving of whatever options they want. And they're there to be supported by the second-class citizens that, unfortunately, and this is the really grotesque part, many willingly went there to be told by Charlie Kirk that they're not as important, that they shouldn't hope as much. And by the way, There are so many women in that same field, probably at that same event, that'll tell all those women, just think about getting married, think about having kids. And they're the most driven, career-obsessed people on the planet. For them. But the grift is telling other women to not think the way they do, to not aspire to what they aspire to. And I don't know if Charlie Kirk is gonna be as utterly hypocritical when it comes to his own family. I looked it up. He has 2 kids. One of them is a daughter. He has a little daughter. And he is going to these events and telling women, shut up about your careers, man. Why are you wasting your time thinking about your interests or your expertise or how you can make the world a better place? Go have more kids. The whole thing is just so gross for profit.
Well, it's because, my liberal friend, this might shock you, the majority of men don't care of a woman's career. I don't. They can be a political journalist or doctors or CEO of a 500 company, and we won't care. All that we want is that she can be a good mother, a good wife, that will not embarrass us with our families of our friends. So stop being the liberal feminist yes guy and become a man. It looks like you guys need to grow up. You're acting like children and not men. Well, my friends, this is all for today. It was good to do this video for you, and let's give a shout out to the liberals from the Damage Report. Their worldview is very important and respected like mine. Please like and comment and tell me what other topic do you want me to cover. So my friends, take care and stay safe, and see you next time.